Christmas Eve to all of you guys, because today we're going over my top 10 favorite Christmas movies to watch on Christmas Day. Now here's the thing, are all these Christmas movies? Maybe not to you, but some of them are just joyous memories that I love watching stuff on Christmas. And of course, with that said, I want you guys to make sure to comment down below, let me know what your favorite Christmas movies to watch every single year on Christmas. They might not be Christmas movies, but you just love watching them on Christmas. And even adding in there just a little bit more, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button as well, because I do tons of content like this on a daily basis. So if you love movies, let's discuss it. Hit that like and subscribe button so you guys can keep coming back for all that movie content. But without further ado, guys, let's get into my top 10 favorite Christmas movies to watch. Coming down at my number 10 is going to be Die Hard. Now, yeah, is it a Christmas movie? The cast and crew say it's not. I say it is, because it revolves all around Christmas. And I really like Die Hard. Now, Die Hard is just a classic action film. It's one of the best action I'm not even going to say the franchise. One of the best action films of all time. Bruce Willis, back when he was saying yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, that's when back in the day, that's the Bruce Willis I wanted. And maybe we might not have that anymore in some of his movies. I'm still just appreciative that we have him as an actor in Die Hard, because he was perfect as John McClane. This is everything we wanted him to be. And Hans Gruber is one of the best villains of all time. Top 10, maybe even top 5. As a Christmas movie, though, it is fun in all that way. The way they intertwined it into the whole action franchise was quite unique, and I absolutely love what they did with John McClane itself. It was quite fun. I like having fun within that aspect, and that's why Die Hard is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Coming in at my number 9 is the Toy Story franchise. Now, I don't know what it is. Even though the first movie does have a little bit of Christmas stuff by the end, I just like watching any Christmas or any Toy Story movie during Christmas because it's Toy Story. And it always reminds me back of when I was a kid and all the toys that I would get and how I would love to play with them. It kind of brings back the nostalgia feeling to me. And like I said, it might not be a Christmas movie, but I love watching Toy Story every single Christmas and kind of just diving into it and enjoying it for what it is. Coming in at my number 8, not another Christmas movie, but I know some other people do this as well. Every year it seems like, or Star Wars has become a big phenomenon around December, and it becomes a kind of a little bit of a holiday in its sense, and I think Star Wars for me has always been a big thing around Christmas, always reminded me of it. And maybe I could mention the Star Wars Christmas special is a terrible kind of, but I could still watch it. It's elements of the Star Wars movies that I just like watching, because it's like a whole family gathering that you can just embrace Star Wars and love it with it. And I don't know what it is. I've just always associated, when I think of Star Wars, I also have to somehow put Christmas right next to it. And coming in at my number 7 is going to be the Home Alone 1 and 2. I mean, mostly 1, because the 1 is the classic one that I absolutely love. But it's just how fun these are. You have fun watching a kid beat the shit out of the wet bandits and all that stuff as long as you keep going through it. There's just so many fun elements to it. And the whole entirety of how this film would not work in today's society, because pretty much every single person has a cell phone now, and you can just be like, hey, Mom, you left me behind. There's still elements that work and make it fun in that department. And it just makes Home Alone to be one of those classic Christmas movies that a lot of people like to watch every single year, because by the ending, when he finally reunites with his family, it's elements like that that kind of just bring about what makes Christmas so great. Of course, coming in at my number 6 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Now, I actually am in the minority, and I think this is my favorite vacation movie in the whole franchise. Christmas Vacation is a damn classic. It has a great brisk pace. It's not that long. It's not that short. It's perfectly paced to where you could sit down, enjoy it, get up, and still go about it your day. And Christmas Vacation, for me, has the Griswolds, one of the most interactive, most unique, and entertaining families ever. And you just can have such a joyous laugh with many of the different moments that happen throughout the Christmas Vacation. And everything that happens to do with putting up the lights has me dying every single time I watch it. Before we get to my top 5, guys, make sure again to comment down below. Let me know what your favorite Christmas movies are. I'm so curious to hear your guys' thoughts in that department. Again, hit that like and subscribe button as well for content like this over the abundance. And of course, if you guys want to check out movies early in 2020, make sure to head over to Sam Films down below. And of course, a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Also, I always like to have honorable mentions and to listen this at the time to do it. I have the Santa Claus movies, Mickey's Once Upon a Time in Christmas, and of course, 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn. I think that's a really funny movie, and it almost cracked my list. My number 5 is going to be Gremlins. I love Gremlins, and my dog looks like a gremlin as well. so I kind of have my own, so it kind of goes back into that department. I just have such a sweet feeling with Gremlins. I like how it mixes the little bit of the horror genre in it, and in a sense kikes you back to the days where we use so many puppets in these films. It also makes me feel like a little bit of E.T., and I just love what Gizmo is and how adorable he is and how his banter and everything that happens with Stripe. I just love Gremlins and everything in its entirety and the whole mythology of the Mogwai and everything and how it ties into Christmas. It's one of those films that kind of just makes you smirk and smile and enjoy the joyous holiday. Kind of a messed up way if you think so yourself. My number 4 is, of course, I'm wearing it on my shirt, The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. I have such a blast with this movie on a daily basis every single time I watch it, because you can pretty much watch it from October to December. It's one of my favorite rides at Disneyland when you go and they do the whole overhaul. There's just something about this world and Jack Skellington as a character that really makes me gravitate to him as such a person. He's entertaining, he's funny, and of course the musical numbers in here are just great. There's not one wasted minute in this whole entire movie, where some animated movies might have a couple minutes here and there, and even some musicals could even have a couple songs that you could have cut. I wouldn't cut any of these. I think they're all memorable. I think the score is insanely perfect, and this is honestly one of the best films ever made when it comes to an animated, and honestly one of the best Christmas movies ever made. Coming up, my number 3 is going to be The Night Before. I have turned this film into my rotation of Christmas movies that I watch every single year now because I love it. I love the brother friendship aspect between Seth Rogen, Anthony Mackie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the way that you believe how great their chemistry is fantastic, so you believe as them as being these best friends for one another, and it's really brought such a great feeling to me on how much that I care and love them so much that I just fall in love with their characters every single time I happen to watch this movie even more. While it feels very realistic in all those departments, and it does add some weird things with Michael Shannon, I still have so much fun with this. I laugh, I kind of sometimes get tears in my eyes, but at the same time, I'm still watching this movie, relating it back to me and my group of friends, and it just turns out to be one of the best Christmas movies I've ever seen. Coming up, my number 2 is, hands down, might be the most funniest Christmas movie ever, and that is Elf. Who doesn't like Elf? It's hilarious. Will Ferrell is perfect in this department, and as a one-off Christmas movie, this is the perfect one to watch every year. It's really iconic how much it's gone into cinema and how much it is everywhere into pop culture and how much it is stuck around every single season. One of my favorite things to do every year is pick up the phone anytime someone calls me and says, "Hey, my name's Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?" And it just goes about in that. I remember one time at my work, we're not supposed to do this, but someone called and I picked up and I said, I'm going to do it. And I said, "Hey, my name's Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color and how can I provide you with exceptional service today?" And the person on the phone was going, green. Can you transfer me to this? And I'm like, yeah, I can transfer you. It's fun how people can go in those departments, and I just like diving into this and being able to be Buddy the Elf himself, and everything that Will Ferrell has been able to do with that character is great. It feels like a great mix of classic Christmas movies while at the same time being a modern day Christmas movie too, and mixing both genres perfectly. Now my number 1, this is total nostalgia for me. That is Jingle All The Way. I have my own Turbo Man downstairs, in fact. I love this movie so much. There's just so much greatness to it. Arnold trying to get a toy for his kid. Who wouldn't love this idea? There's so many fun fan theories I can dive into on the internet as well in this movie. And when it comes to a Christmas movie, it goes back to everything that makes Christmas what it is and what it shouldn't be. And this is it. The joyous gifting of gifts. And him just trying to find one damn toy and the adventure that he goes on in that department. It makes my day. For every single one of those things. There's so many funny elements to this, and maybe I'm in the minority on this, but this is the one that me and my family have watched every single year, no matter what, ever since I was young, and it's been one of my favorite Christmas movies that I watch every year. I'm smiling just thinking about it, because I want to go watch it right now. Guys, that's going to be my top 10 list for my favorite Christmas movies to watch every single year. So make sure to comment down below, guys. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I might have a video on Wednesday. I might not. We will see. The video I planned will either go up Wednesday or Thursday. Just depends if I have time to edit it, because I am taking a little bit of a day off on that day. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, then happy holidays to you as well. I'll make sure to catch you guys in the new year. Tons of great content coming up, and I do have a big update video coming on January 1st. Do look forward to that, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and of course, happy holidays.